Well, some businesses may be opening up slowly around Western Pennsylvania, but for the most part, we are staying put in our homes.
But that doesn't mean we still can't have fun, even if it means we have to do it virtually on the sofa in our sweats. Not a bad gig, right? And here once again with the PTL virtual weekend guide of what's happening around town is Pittsburgh Magazine's Sean Collier. Sean, do you have sweatpants on right now with your shirt and tie?
I've upgraded to jeans underneath the televised portion of the outfit. In the earlier segment, you were saying people are putting books behind them to seem smarter on these calls. I'm doing this exactly backwards. I have toys behind me.
That's right.
And the computer is sitting on books. And some of them are impressive. I'm burying the impressive part.
That just means that this is a great job for you, the perfect role, because you're telling us about fun and you got toys behind you. So
exactly.
We want to start first with The Show Must Go On. Tell us about this.
Yeah, we talked about City of Asylum a few weeks ago when we were talking about bookstores that are finding ways to get through the pandemic. We know the City of Asylum bookstore on the north side. They also do a lot of event programming around some of their writers in residence. They have jazz concerts every year paired with readings. And they have started an online portal called The Show Must Go Online, where they will be spotlighting not only their own events, but events from arts organizations around the city, including the City Theater. I saw River City Brass Band on their calendar. Tonight, they have a original dance piece called Echolocation that's being presented by the Kelly Strayhorn Theater. Tomorrow night, a hip-hop concert with original choreography by Brittany Chantel. That's called A Fire on Venus. The new Hazlitt Theater is presenting that. And the nice thing about this, we've seen a lot of organizations have great weekly programming. The Show Must Go Online calendar is almost every weeknight. They have a new presentation. So you can tune in at 7 o'clock every weeknight and see something new from an arts organization around town that you may never have had the chance to experience before.
Very neat.
Very cool. Yeah. And you mentioned the Kelly Strayhorn Theater, and they're actually doing something. They're teaching dance lessons, right? Online?
They are. They've had a lot of great virtual content. One of their bi-weekly events is called the Let's Move Dance Party. And this is a family-friendly dance lesson and party on Saturday afternoons. They're going to give you a 20-minute dance lesson. I believe it's at noon. And that'll be immediately followed by an open dance jam session. So nothing too intimidating. If you're uncoordinated like me, you're going to be fine. That also means that the kids will be fine. You can learn a few new moves and try them out in an open jam session. I don't know dance words. I'm trying to muddle through this, but
Doing a great job.
You're gonna have a good time, and hopefully, if you have kids at home, you'll tire them out for Saturday afternoon.
Perfect. Well, Sean, let's talk about some of these theaters, these independent theaters that are trying to stay afloat. The same goes for Parkway Theater in McKees Rocks.
Right. We've covered places like Row House Cinema, the Harris Theater downtown. Another independent theater that is doing a virtual cinema to keep revenues afloat in the meantime is the Parkway Theater Film Lounge in McKees Rocks. They're premiering a film tomorrow. You're seeing clips of it here called Spaceship Earth. I watched this yesterday. This is a documentary about the Biosphere 2 project in the early 90s. Do you remember this kind of scheme? David, do you remember Biosphere 2?
Oh, yes, vaguely I do, yes.
There were 8 people who moved into a supposedly contained habitat and tried to see if they could stay there for 2 years. What it turns out is that this was a little less hard science and a little bit more hippie dream world. So you'll see this in this very interesting new documentary from Neon. They're the distributor of Parasite last year, and that is premiering tomorrow at virtual cinemas, including the Parkway Theater in McKees Rock.
Very cool. Thank you, Sean. We appreciate it.
Awesome.
You filled up our weekend.
Just like that.
Always happy to do it.
All right, thanks to Sean Collier of Pittsburgh Magazine and our PTL Virtual Weekend Guide.